Long time no see, everyone. We're back. And I am Lisa, the host of Buddhist Biohacker and the founder of One Heart, One Earth. And we are celebrating our 1-year anniversary. And we just had the lovely Christine Shaheen on, and now we have her lovely sister, Vishali. Welcome, Vishali.
Thank you. Thank you. And Lisa, honestly, this has been fantastic. You've been doing this last year has really brought so many people to the forefront of what we're doing and giving us a platform to really reach more. So you're just rippling out the love. So thank you so much for this platform and for everything you're doing. I get tired knowing what you do. Oh my God. But yeah, thank you.
Oh my God. Well, thank you. I'm so grateful to have met you and to have connected with you because you have so much to offer. And, I was reflecting on all of the presentations from this last year, and your presentation in the November Awakening was really one of my favorites. And you just had so much to share and so much richness, which I just love so much. Like, you just have so much to bring to the table. So I'm honored that you're part of our community.
Oh, thanks, Lisa. I appreciate that. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So tell us what's up. I know you've got some life changes, but you've been in Sedona for a long time, which I still have yet to get to.
I know. I intend to come back as far as I know.
Yeah.
I am leaving Sedona for a little bit, whether it's 1 month or 2 months or God only knows. We'll see. But I have a thriving business here. So, but I am going back east to visit family, to just really, I do want to do my work in a different way. I love doing what I do. And it's on the land. I love being in Sedona. And it just feels like something else is percolating. So I need to have a little bit of time away to see what else is percolating. So.
Yeah. I totally get that. I'm taking, everybody knows by now, probably I'm taking April and May off of individual sessions. And it feels like, and I think you probably feel this way too. It feels like you're embarking like on an adventure, like, ooh, I don't know where I'm going or what's going to happen, but something is coming out of this time. So I think it's cool that you're going through the same thing.
Thanks. At least you have a home to come back to.
That
will land. That will land. Everything will be perfect there.
It will. So what do you have going on? I know you have some things on offer for one of our prizes, but I also know, like you said, you've got a lot of stuff going on, and you do these incredible Vortex Tours, which you actually have available to people who can't get there too. So share away.
Okay, well, I will. People love Sedona for the fact that there's a lot of energy here. We're definitely not the only vortex spot on the planet, but we are a powerful one. And again, no matter where we are, no matter what we're doing, it's really about our spiritual work, right? So no matter all the wonderful presenters, there's only one or two things we're doing: healing and letting go, and connecting the spirit, connecting God. There's only two things you can do around here. So the upflow and the downflow utilize that. The upflow here connects us to God, and the downflow is like letting go of the triggers as they come up. So I utilize the energies of the vortex to really bring people on an inner spiritual journey and have them really connect to themselves in a way that a lot of times they take for granted, because it's so easy to see. I mean, we live in a culture of comparison. Of course, that's the ego mind, loves to compare, but the fact is we're always looking at somebody else's experience and wanting that, because we should be having that. Actually, you should be having what you're having and nothing else, So, but we take the fact that we're having all these spiritual experiences for granted all the time. The mere fact that we can, it's like we have two minds. We have our God mind and we have our ego mind. And of course, we're identified with this ego mind. We think that's us, but in reality, it's nowhere near us. It's not us at all. We're our spiritual self. We're our God self. And so when people come on my tours, I lead them into an experience of realizing that they're bypassing all of their spiritual experiences all day long. The mere fact that they can say things like, I have them look at the rocks and describe them, and words will come up like awesome, magnificent, spectacular, powerful, majestic, all these words. But they're projecting onto the rocks their very own self, But we're so conditioned to believe our ego mind, that we're angry, we're frustrated, we're jealous, we're fearful, we're worried, the list goes on, that we think that's us. So in that moment, we just turn that around, and I just make it a point to let them know that those rocks are neutral. They're none of those words, but they are. And it's also coming from their heart and above in their chakras. It's coming from their God self. It's coming from the kingdom within, however you want to look at it. And from that point, we take that experience deeper so they can experience how that lives in their body all the time. So we're always ready to want somebody else's experience as we're bypassing our very own experience. So, and it's a beautiful flower, and then we're on into something else. Wait a minute. Beautiful is not an ego word. Beautiful comes from your soul. So stop. Take that in. All the words that we say, and then we're on to the next thing, So
man, that's beautiful. That's so profound. I love that so much. That makes me think of Eckhart Tolle in A New Earth when he was talking about the flower right at the very beginning and what that means.
I don't remember.
Well, you said it beautifully and perfectly. So you might as well have been Eckhart Tolle standing here. So that was beautiful. So profound.
Yeah, and then we, and the rest of the vortex area that we go to is really that's the upflow, connecting us to spirit, connecting us to God. And then in the other areas, it's really about what's triggering us, what's coming up. That's in the way of always being in our spirit. So in really, it's realizing that we aren't our ego minds. We go through some exercises and some meditations there too, really kind of getting a separation from the ego mind. It seems like more separation, but in reality, it's just realizing what we're not, like neti, to find out what we are, right? So we're not that mind, but you got to catch it, and then we go through a process of healing 1 second at a time. People can live their whole life in resentment of something, but when that person or situation comes up, if you just give it love 1 second at a time, you can let go of the energy of it, or it just starts to let go. But it's like, people think, I have to heal it right now, and it's not healed, and therefore I'm still angry. Well, good, then 1 second more, but it doesn't have to be all at once. It could be, but a lot of us do it in a process. But just letting things go 1 second at a time, you actually let it go. It starts to just loosen its grip and let go. So we do something I call the 1 second cure.
Ooh, I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, I have a blog on my blog. I have a blog post called the 1 second cure.
Oh, that's cool. So now you have a virtual Vortex tour that people can do. So tell us a little bit about that.
I do. I have a virtual Vortex tour. It's basically doing the tour that I give for people here without the interaction of people in about 110-degree weather. So I'm melting. But anyway, so if I'm looking like, what's wrong with her? She's tired. It was very hot. It was in the beginning of COVID. It was an inspiration to get out of the house and go to these spots. So it's really everything I do in the Vortex tour, the same meditations, the same exercises, and I have a code for people who might want to get that. If they go to
here, let's put it up. I'm going to put it up just like we did with the last one. Okay, so tell us your website.
It's SedonaHealingJourney.com.
Okay, and what are the codes?
The code is all caps, Vortex, VORTEX, and then 50. So Vortex 50 gives you 50% off the Vortex experience.
Look at that, you guys. What a lovely gift. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. And what can they expect when they do the virtual Vortex tour? Do you have questions and things for them while they're looking at stuff, or how does that work?
It's in four main videos, and then a wrap-up video, and then I have a bonus video on geology and how that geology also relates to us here. So, but they can expect us to just go through what's going on here energetically, how it relates to them, but more importantly, how to take this energy home with them. Because whether you're here or not, we're the energy. Right. So but it's leading you into your own inner vortexes, So So they'll have the exercises, the meditations, and all that.
That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys better sign up because that's super rad. And anything upcoming you want to share with folks that's coming out or things you're working on or?
Yeah, what I'm working on, Lisa, and I would have had it done by now, but I have to move, is my 7 Steps to Inner Peace course. So we'll talk when that's ready, but it's like, I'd say 60% ready, and now I'm packing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I wish you the safest travels in the world. And you guys, Vishali's website's right up in front of you, Sedona Healing Journey. And don't forget, so you guys can still enter to win all of these incredible prizes. And I know, Vishali, you have a prize as well. What's your prize you want to share with everybody?
It is an hour session, whether you want to have a combination or just a spiritual mentoring session or a meditation session or a combination.
I love it.
An hour-long session.
Yeah, and it's such a gift. And we have so many. I mean, we have like 30 prizes or maybe more, and they're really good prizes. You guys, I'm looking at the list and I'm like, man, I want to win a prize. But all you have to do is go to oneheartoneearth.net. You must subscribe to all the YouTube channels. I'm watching you guys. You have to subscribe to every single one that's on there, and then submit the form. Everyone who submits the form is going to get a gold ribbon for nonviolence direct from me just for participating. And then you also are going to be entered to win these prizes, and we'll be pulling winners later this week. So just stay tuned for that. But don't forget to go to the website. And also, Vishali is in Ajata Casa also. So please go in and connect with her and all of us in the community. Thank you, Vishali. I love you so much. And I'm so grateful. Yeah, so grateful we met. And I love all of you guys out there. And we have one more guest here at 3:30. And then we have a short break before I'm back. So we will be back with Krista Pashonik. If you haven't heard of her before, she is a wealth coach for women, and she is unbelievable. So if you're looking to have some wealth and abundance in your business as a woman, she is the person to listen to. So we'll be back. Thank you, Vishal. Love you so much.
You too. Be well.